the problem is with this, Waiting for the Sun by the Jayhawks, they toured with the Jayhawks on this tour.
Oh,
or the tour before Mary Jane's Last Dance was released. They toured with the Jayhawks.
It's not on Spotify.
And not only that, the keyboard player, Ben Montrench, played on Waiting for the Sun.
Yeah.
Played on Mary Jane's Last Dance.
Oh, okay, so maybe he didn't want to bring attention to it.
Didn't want to bring any attention to it. Just went, no, fine, it's all good.
It's grand.
But he wouldn't have got done, really, if the keyboard player was the keyboard player from the Jayhawks.
Okay.
So he goes, oh no, like some of that is keys, yeah. So we have a keyboard player from the Jayhawks. It can't do us. That's how I feel about that anyway.
That's interesting.
That's really kind of weird.
That's mad. I've won a little bit like that later on. And it actually hurts to try and figure out the lineage of it.
But it's kind of mad in the sense that I was thinking at the time going, Tom Petty's at least as representatives would be going after that. But then if you listen to that song Waiting for the Sun, it's the exact same chord structure at the start. The lyrics are not the same, thankfully. He's not talking about little girls down in California.
Yeah, so he obviously just didn't want anybody looking into it anymore.
Didn't want it.
He gave us a little statement and said, no, done, see you later.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
fair enough.
That's how that was resolved. It wasn't resolved and it was just ignored. But that Red Hot Chili Peppers thing.
Yeah, that's a lift.
I wonder if some people look at their record label and people on the same one and go, well, I could get away with that because they're not going to sue their own. Maybe.
Well, it depends on the publishing house and it depends on their because they might have a different publishing house from a label. Like the label, realistically, they're not as important as you think they are, you know. And
what was that?
That was.
I'm getting the next one lined up because I made such a gee bags of that one.
That's alright.
A gee bags.
Yeah,
I made a gee bags of that one.
Okay. Right. You want my next one?
I do want your next one.
Right. Everybody involved in this needs to just fuck off. But, it's Ed Sheeran. The song is Photograph, which was a huge song apparently. And
I only know Ed Sheeran songs because I had to end up playing them, and they're they're not as bad as I thought they were, but they're almost annoyingly middle of the road.
Yeah,
fucking.
It's Ed Sheeran Photograph versus Mac Cardle on a song called Amazing. Now, okay.
We all know Mac Cardle.
Well, Mac Cardle is a guy who won the X Factor years ago, alright?
He won the shit out of that with a Biffy Clyro song.
Did he?
He's covered a Biffy Clyro song,
I don't know.
But he changed the name of the song.
Did he?
What's the name of it? When You Hit Me Hard, that song.
They have a great... Biffy Clyro and them bands that were always kind of on the edge of my interest, and I never went down. I think it's a song called Sex Style or Animal Style or something, and it's fucking amazing.
They went full pop. Like, they started off as an almost hardcore band.
I remember at the start people talking about them like they were real fucking heavy.
And then they went into this kind of heavy indie music, which was... You wouldn't even call it indie, you'd call it alternative rock. Yeah. And then they just decided to go, do you know what, let's write all these little nice songs. But they're, whatever.
Pay the rent, lad. Pay the rent. Fucking rent. He won the X Factor. Mac Cardle won the X Factor in 2012. Yeah. This song, I think this Ed Sheeran song came out, it could be 2016, I'm not sure. But this song came out in 2012, this Mac Cardle song. Now, the song is actually a nice little song. Now, it was written by these two other guys. I have the name written down somewhere, but I don't think I can read my own writing. So, Thomas Leonard and Martin Harrington were the guys who wrote the song. Now, there was a court case.
Oh.
And it was settled out of court for an unknown amount. Mac Cardle went on record and said, listen, this is nothing to do with me. He said, this is between songwriters.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just a singer.
Yeah.
Like, he literally put his hands up saying, Ed Sheeran, mate, you're the biggest cunt in the world right now. Like,
yeah.
You know, good and bad cunt. And let's not be pointing the finger at me because I'm not the one bringing you to court. Now,
bring me on tour, you
bring me on tour, exactly. Now, Ed Sheeran has a songwriting partner. I didn't know this. A guy called Johnny McDade, who's in Snow Patrol.
Wow.
He's his fucking...
That makes sense. All those middle of
that's
the road
his fucking his songwriting.
Pandering beige vanilla songs.
Yeah, exactly. So it's Ed Sheeran and Johnny McDade write a lot of these songs together. Mac Cardle's posse, the songwriters and management company, blah, 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 they tried to sue Ed for 20 million.
Ooh.
20 million.
That song wouldn't have even made 20 million.
That Photograph song is fucking huge. It's huge.
Yeah, but sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the other one. Yeah,
the other one, no, would
I
probably
suppose it's whatever the one makes.
Probably sold fucking 40 copies at Christmas. Do you know what I mean? That type of thing. Yeah, he went on record saying, it's nothing to do with me. This is literally a battle of songwriters. Like fucking, these two guys wrote it and he kind of backed out completely. Now, the problem with these songs is that this is kind of generic singer-songwriter stuff. Like,
I was trying to listen through this and I couldn't find the hook, but you have it
I have it now there, yeah. I have it done. It's, the verse is whatever, generic guitar-y moaning. The chorus is blatant.
I loved you, but you left me.
It's blatant. Like, it's fucking, again, both of these lads need to just fuck off. But this is 100%, it's 100% a lift. There's, the vocal melody is kind of a bit weird, and it's, put it on there. Press play for these people, and let them fucking hear it. Let's do Ed first.
Ed's.
So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans.
Right.
Holding me closer till our eyes meet. You won't ever be alone.
Okay, now put on Mac Cardle.
How did you find me? You came out of nowhere like lightning.
It's the same. Am I wrong?
Extremely similar, but
Yeah.
it's also similar to a million other pop songs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But these two things are so close to each other in the same fucking genre.
And as well as that, the vocal melody with the
It's just the same.
fucking
Now,
dullard melody.
gobshite music, yeah.
Dullard music.
Exactly. It's difficult to make a voice and a guitar kind of interesting. You
Yeah.
know, even if it is a singer-songwriter, there has to be a full music behind it. There has to be different instruments and drums, and it has to get some drive to it. Like, what's that Ed Sheeran song that's fucking everybody went mad? The Shape of You.
Yeah.
Like, that's not the worst song in the world. Exactly. That's not the worst.
He has a new song with Stormzy.
Yeah.
Why?
I know.
Oh, well, we know why. For money.
For the Mons. He done one with Eminem as well, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
Oh, he just wants to get himself out there. I think, to be fair to Ed Sheeran, he said he's retiring soon, so he wants to get as much money as possible.
Yeah, so he's knocking on the head. But he done that
he
done that tour earlier this year where we worked out how much money he made on it. We got inside notice on what his fee was for the gigs.
Wow.
And I figured out what he would have made after doing this X amount of dates across Europe. And it was absolutely disgraceful. For a fucking arsehole with a guitar and a loop pedal.
No band, no big
Nothing.
light show.
Nothing.
Just one.
Just a
sap.
lad. Just a little sapling, little manling with a fucking guitar.
Imagine you're playing all these joint stadiums and all you're bringing is a little guitar. I mean, that's grand and all, but would you not put anything into the...
Why would you bother? Why would you pay all these pricks? Do you know what I mean? When you think about it. Why would you fucking pay them? It's fucking stupid. I can't even hate him. Because he looks like a nice bloke. He actually does. I wish he'd fix his fucking hair.
I wish he wasn't in
Got
Game-
that
I wish he
Boris
wasn't in Game of
Johnson hair
Thrones.
he has.
Although, by the end of Game of Thrones, he was the least of me worries.
Yeah, to be fair. Fucking garbage. Make me fucking cry.
Thank God we have The Witcher.
Jesus Christ.
Toss a coin to
Shut up,
your
shut up.
Witcher. Oh,
Stop it.
valley of... Sorry.
Stop.
I will stop that now.
Fucking that's what'll get us done in the algorithm. I'm not playing fucking old 70s
Because I was so accurate.
Yeah, spot on.
I should
Right.
have brought me loot.
You should have brought your flu. What's your next one?
My next one is one that there was a big long court case for, and that is Viva La Vida by Coldplay 2008. Supposedly, and I probably
You're
agree.
knocking it out of the park, by the way, with these last two, I have to say. Band-wise, like,
What?
you're killing it. The Red Hot Chili Peppers and now fucking Coldplay. Like, knocking it out of the park.
I want these people to hurt.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
I want these
Driving
people to hurt
the nail fucking deeper.
Yeah.
Like, into me and into these fucking terrible bands.
Well, according to Joe Satriani, the music and vocal melody from Viva La Vida, which is a shite song. It's fucking shite.
Yeah.
It really is a painful song. It's an inground toenail. It's a fucking...
To be fair, that Joe Satriani song is fucking shy as well.
It's
like,
shite.
Yeah.
It's shite as well. But so he's got no vocals on it,
Yeah.
but he plays vocals with his guitars. So let's have a quick listen to
Fuck
fucking,
off, Sats.
You know this stupid...
You might have had the greatest fucking album cover of all time. That's
Well,
how
it's
fucking
certainly
it.
not. It's certainly
It's
not
that
this
one.
one.
Garbage.
So
Give us a shot of what have you got
this was
first? Coldplay.
Yeah,
I used to
garbage.
seas would rise when I gave the word. Now in the morning I sleep.
That's quite a predominant vocal melody. So let's hear Satriani's. I used to rule the world. Also shy.
Garbage.
We're just throwing two lumps of different colours shy at each other and seeing which one is more shy.
I'll give Coldplay one thing, that their album cover is much better than Joe Satriani's.
Way better. The album cover is good. It's like a painting, a Renaissance painting or whatever like that. You know, they're little concepts. Go away with your concepts. And now, Coldplay have no problem borrowing, but the last time they borrowed before this was they took from Kraftwerk. But Kraftwerk don't like people taking anything from them.
Yes.
So I think they said, you can't take that. And he went, what if I got in contact with Kraftwerk? So he sent them. This was for the song called Talk by Stupid Coldplay. I'm going to call him Stupid Coldplay now because I'm childish about this. They took from a song called Computer Love. You know that do no 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 no. They stole that, but they didn't steal it because they asked. So apparently people said to him, "You're never going to get that song off Kraftwerk."
Yeah.
So he wrote them a letter in bad.
He wrote them a letter in song form
in bad German, like he's
for real,
like really bad
Google
German.
Translate job
That they thought was so gas that they just let him have it.
Really?
Grand, yeah.
At least he made the effort.
So they would have got something from that. Now, Cat Stevens got involved when this court case was going on because Satriani went.
He keeps coming up as well. Is he the new Noel Rodgers?
I don't know.
He's been in a few times.
Maybe.
Yeah. Imagine a fight between Cat Stevens and Noel Rodgers.
That's a fucking good fight.
Yeah.
You never know what Cat
Evenly
Stevens has in his
balanced.
locker.
Well, fucking Noel, fucking big bass guitar slung across his back.
Now he plays guitar.
I know, yeah, but he's better at bass. We talked about this before. He's so much
So
better.
what happened was, right, I did listen to this song and Jesus Christ, it took me ages to find a bit because this Cat Stevens song is 18 minutes long.
Oh.
He has a song from 1973 called Foreigner Suite.
Okay.
And I couldn't find the bit he was talking about till I got it. And Cat Stevens is like, na 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 na. Horrible melody, lads. What are you fighting over this for?
Yeah.
It's a horrible melody.
Let it go.
Let it go. So anyway, Cat Stevens apparently said, I'll see how Joe Satriani gets on in court before I do it.
Really?
And if Satriani had gone ahead, he didn't win. Well, it was dismissed, but there was an out-of-court settlement. Of
course there was.
On this, because Satriani was not letting this go. This is the funny part of this whole story. The band denied it down to the ground. And they said, oh, Jesus Christ. Coldplay said, I'd never heard that song, and to be honest with you, Joe Satriani's song lacks originality.
It sounds like the Ramones. I want to be a boyfriend.
Imagine getting done for a song that you're supposedly robbed them with. There's no originality in that. Like, fuck off. But it's your song, so you just say your own song has no originality either.
That sad song might not be original, but like, or shy. Like, it is shy, like.
What a choice of words in that scenario.
But like, nobody could ever say that Joe Satriani isn't original, like.
No.
Like,
I just think it's a fucking bold move from a pile of shite bags.
That's fucking insane. That's fucking insane. That's mad.
That's
but
really
they
all this.
settled up.
They denied it.
I'd love to know how much all these bands settled
I'd love to know what it was. An unspecified settlement was reached, and the lawsuit was then dismissed. I think that's how it's dismissed. They go in. I'm sure the judge is like, "Oh, so you came to a settlement ground."
Oh yeah, that's 100%.
Get this out of my face.
100%. Once the lawyers agree that they figured it out themselves, the judge is happy because it clears up court time. They don't want it. They absolutely have no interest in it. They want it gone. Like.
So, what is your next one?
My next one, I believe, is probably the most blatant rip-off in the history of music.
Looks like another two turds being thrown at each other.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's absolutely two full loggers smashing each other down a laneway is what this is. But it's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. It hurts. This is Chris Brown with a song called Yeah 3 Times or Yeah 3X.
Hate that.
I looked it up. It's actually pronounced Yeah 3 Times and he wrote 3X.
Right.
Versus Calvin Harris, a song called I'm Not Alone. Now,
I actually like Calvin Harris.
I know very little. This song is great until this bit happens. That's a lift off. I know he's a Scottish guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
So there was no court case over this one. This is fucky.
I think he's from Dunfermline.
Something. So there was no court case. Apparently, Harris said he was sitting down eating his cornflakes for breakfast one morning, had the radio on, as he always does, and this Chris Brown song came on, and he said he spat out his fucking cornflakes.
Good fucking cornflakes.
Like, what the fuck? It's probably Aldi version cornflakes.
No, Calvin Harris. He's minted.
Is he? Was he back then?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Was he? I don't know anything
Since
about
the
him.
late 90s, he's been minted. I like it. I like his. I have to say, it's not what it is.
Well, I tell you what. When I looked him up, he seems to be an interesting mix of like producer, songwriter, musician. Fucking, he does a little bit of everything.
He's
DJing.
kind of Mark Ronson kind of. Yeah,
I'm perfectly fine